Hello, this tutorial is going to show you the user settings section for administrators. To access it, you would come over to configuration, go down to user settings, and it will take you to the user settings section. The first tab is the change password. So as an administrator, if you want to go in and change your own login password, you would simply go to the change password, enter your new password, and of course your current password, and click Save. The next tab is the call tone setting, which you can adjust the call tone volume for incoming and outgoing calls. You can also loop the ringtone when you are calling. And you can also change the default call tone from the typical ringing sound to a preloaded ring, or you can upload your own WAV file for incoming and outgoing calls. And again, this will only affect your individual calls, nobody else's. This is not a global setting. Each user would be able to do this individually on their own account. General settings has a couple of yes/no questions for different types of notifications. Enable voicemail notification, enable chat message notification, show the native desktop notification when a new text message is received, which would generally be a slide out from Google Chrome to show you that you have a new message coming in. And also play notification tone in your headset when a new text is received. And the last one is default email client. What this dropdown allows you to do is, depending on which selection you make, whether it's native email client, which is the default program that you have installed on your computer, or if you choose to have Gmail's website open, Outlook Online, or Outlook Office 365 open, whatever is selected here within your individual user settings is what will open up when you click on any of the email icons on a lead. If you have native email client set, and if you are on a Windows machine and you have Microsoft Outlook installed, and it is set as your default Windows email application, whenever you click an email icon within Ricochet, it will open up that application and create a brand new email using the email address on the lead that you clicked on and the application that you have selected. If you have Gmail Online, whenever you click that email icon, it will open up a new session with Gmail and start a new email. And the same thing with Outlook Online and Outlook Office 365. Perfect Voicemail tab is next, and this is where each individual user, if they are permitted to do so from your company settings, if they are permitted to create their own perfect voicemails, they will see an option here for perfect voicemails where they would be able to create their own perfect voicemail setting. To create one, they would click on Add. They would click on Record, where they would record their greeting. Hello, this is a test voicemail drop. Hello, this is a test voicemail drop. So the recording after you click stop will open up in a new tab and play it back for you. And then you have the ability to re-record it, or you can simply download it, which it will download into your download folder or whatever you have set as your default download folder in Chrome. And then you would give the voicemail name. So we'll call this Test 1, 2, 3. And we'll go ahead and choose our file. And we'll pick our file. And we will click Upload. And you will get a green notification telling you that your file was successfully uploaded. And then from there, you would click Save Voicemail Settings. Once you've uploaded and recorded, downloaded, and uploaded all of your perfect voicemails, you want to go ahead and give Ricochet a refresh so that when you do make an outbound call, your perfect voicemail options will show up in the voicemail section of your dial pad. The next tab is SMTP credentials. SMTP credentials are specific for having the ability to send out an email from Ricochet, whether it be a manual email that gets sent out or an email that is generated through the automation of your email campaigns. As an administrator, you can do one of two things. You can add only yours and any general information type email addresses into the SMTP section. If you wanted to control the outgoing emails and did not want your staff to have the ability to manually send out an email through Ricochet, then you would go in and add every single user's SMTP information into this section. However, if you wanted each user to be able to manually send out an email from Ricochet, from within the lead or through the email section, then you would need to have each user sign in and navigate to their SMTP credentials section of the user settings and input all of your SMTP information into this section and click Test and Save. Okay, so again, there are two ways to enter the SMTP information. If you do not want each user to be able to manually send out an email, then you as an administrator can add everyone's email address SMTP information into this section. If you wanted them to utilize the manual email functionality of Ricochet, then each user would need to come in and sign in, go to user settings, SMTP credentials, and enter their information in this section. IMAP credentials. The IMAP credentials allows you to receive emails within Ricochet. You would need to contact your email provider and obtain all of the information that is requested and required here from your IMAP host address, the port number, the address or email address that is used as an authentication address, the username, which would typically be a login name or credential, and the password to allow your IMAP credentials to be saved and set within Ricochet. And also your connection security, which would be SSL or TLS. And again, each individual user would need to perform this option to have their incoming email received within Ricochet. Please note that if you are using a service like Gmail, they may restrict or have some sort of settings within the account that you need to allow third-party applications to receive your email. So you may need to investigate and check in with your email provider, whether it's Gmail or Microsoft, and check to see if there are any restrictions within their account that will allow you to integrate and input their information into Ricochet. Calendar APIs. If you wanted to integrate your work calendar with Ricochet in terms of adding tasks from Ricochet into your calendar, you would need to select either a Google or Outlook calendar and then check the box that says Select to enable integration and then click Save. What that'll do is it will take you to either Google's website or Microsoft's website to log in. And from there, you will be prompted to allow Ricochet access to your calendar. And then in turn, after you allow access, it will bring you back to Ricochet's website. And from there, any task that you create for a lead, you will be able to select the option of Add to Calendar. And when you save that task, it will not only add the task to your Ricochet calendar, but it will also add to your calendar that you've integrated with here. And the last tab here is our contacts. So if you have V cards, you can upload those within this section.